Oh
Hey,
my, I'm
hey,
so
yeah,
honored.
I know. Don't be too starstruck. I know you're probably stoked. I'll sign an autograph. It's Jane, right?
It's Joy, but I'm amazed that Ron gave you the shirt off his back.
Yeah, Monday's my day, right? It's Music Monday. I'm New Wave Vader. I got my band. Like this is my day. We can't falter on my day. But no, I'm stoked to talk to you. So I see Savage Joy. What's Savage about you? That'd be a cool punk
My
band.
viewers gave me that name. I was like, Joy is just not, my name just doesn't fit. And the more they watched my interviews, the more they said, wow, she really doesn't give a fuck. She'll say whatever's on her mind.
That's totally
Even
gnarly.
if,
That's yeah.
was that?
You know what you need? You need to start a band. And you need to call it Savage Joy, and your first album should be called I Don't Give a Fuck. I would
That is
buy
punk
that
rock as
album.
hell.
I would buy that album. I would totally buy. And honestly, you could probably tour with us. I'm one half of the duo Galaxy Glam. It's me and Iggy Pop. He plays the washboard.
Yes.
I shred on guitar. And yeah, we got an amazing thing. I can't wait. We're going to be touring soon. Go to galaxyglamnewwavevader.com. I think that's our website. I'll find it out. I'm not good with the tech stuff. So what's the guy, Ron or whatever his name is? He briefed me a little bit on what you're doing. You're in Iowa for Bernie Sanders. I know that's the guy running for president or whatever. And I'm the one. Look, Joy, I don't really follow politics that much. Like I just want to rock and roll. Like I just want to shred. I just want to tear it up. All the contributors on this show, they're always yelling at each other. Like there's this guy, he's like this Russian dude, and he always is pranking this Adam guy. He puts stuff in his coffee. And yeah, like nobody gets along. They're all, and I'm just like, dude, I'm the Music Monday guy, right? Like that's what I do. So I guess like, why should I go for this Bernie? I think I'm gonna vote. Like it's 2020. It's a new me. So why should Bernie be my candidate?
Well, there's so many reasons, but I live in Pennsylvania, and I recently got laid off for my job,
You recently
and
got laid? Hell yeah, girl,
yes,
get some.
that's what the revolution's about,
Right?
first
That's
and foremost.
totally.
Um,
I kind of missed the hippie wave. That was a little bit before my time. I was the 77 era, but yeah, we definitely knew how to throw down. Oh man, so much. I got laid so much back in I don't want to brag, but it's like, dude, when you put out Return of the Jedi, what are you gonna do? I don't want to say anymore. I know. I don't want to, whatever. But yeah, I did fine. I still do. Me and Iggy, we still party hard. So anyway, you're getting laid in Pennsylvania, and what else is going on there?
so my viewers donated to a GoFundMe to get me to take advantage of the opportunity and come out to Iowa, since it's the most important state, arguably. So I'm here for 5 weeks, through the caucus. That's how passionate I am about Bernie and our movement. So I just moved across the country to a state I've never been to, and it's been quite an experience. I've met some beautiful people, and I've met some people whose lives essentially depend on Bernie winning.
Whoa. So, all right. So that's crazy. Like you left Pennsylvania where you were getting laid all the time, and you're going to Iowa where you're like, I don't, maybe I'll get laid here. I don't even know what's going on here. And like Iowa, dude, the last time I toured Iowa was like maybe like 81. And I just remember cornfields, but like you're there because I know that's where the election starts or whatever. And so, man, you're saying that people are really dependent on this Bernie guy. Well, why is that? What's he going to do for people?
Well, one of people's biggest passions I'm finding is Medicare for all. which
So
is
that's like
the
where everyone gets health care.
exactly. You're
Mm.
guaranteed health care. You would have a $200 max on prescriptions each year. You would have no deductibles, no copays, no premiums. And people would, stop dying because they could afford going to the doctor when they're sick. They could afford their cancer treatments. And they would stop filing medical bankruptcies, 50,000 people every year.
That's
So
incredible. Joy, look, I mean, you've sold me. Look, when you, I mean, these are mechanical hands, by the way. When you shred so freaking hard, which maybe you heard about this, it was a big deal when it happened. When you shred so freaking hard, you lose your hand, which is what happened to me. I shredded so hard, made Luke look like a hack, because he is. So is Palpatine. They're both a bunch of posers. I'm sorry, I'm a little fiery today. You know why? Because Galaxy Glam's going to take over the freaking planet. But I'm a little fiery today. And you know what? I really could have used good health care when my hand went away. You know how much it costs to get a robot hand when you lose your hand from shredding? You know how much that costs, Joy?
a lot, but I'm sure you're thankful for all the
Dude,
platinum records.
actually, I was hoping you knew because I don't remember. My management took care of it, but I know it was a lot of money, and it was not cool. And now, had we had something like universal health care, I mean, dude, some of my buddies, like I remember Robert Smith from The Curie calling me up, and he's like, dude, if you lived in England, you wouldn't have had to pay a dime for that. They just would have fixed your hand up. Like even Mar called me up. Johnny, we're pretty tight. I mean, he can't shred like I can, but Johnny's a cool guy. But he was like, dude, if you can just be my roommate, and this would be taken care of if you lived over here. So I'm totally with you. I don't know why the U.S. Doesn't have the type of healthcare system other countries just take for granted. Like it makes no sense. So I'm that's cool that Bernie dude is all about that. I also heard that a venue I used to play in Burlington, I looked up a little bit about him when I found out that I was interviewing you. I guess like a venue that I used to play in Burlington, Vermont back in the day, he actually helped that happen.
He did. It was like his wife Jane was actually the first person who kind of owned it and booked the bands. But yeah, it was almost like a Burlington Stevie Jeebies. They're making a documentary on it. It's
Dude, it
pretty
was
incredible.
it was so sad when CB sold out. But anyway, keep going. So they're making a documentary.
Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty amazing.
Well,
Bernie is punk rock in
do
a
you
lot of
know?
ways.
I mean, who's gonna be in? I mean, I played that venue definitely twice. I can think of two times that we went through there. The one time, oh man, I'll never forget the one time I got the weirdest fan request. They were just like New Wave Vader, and I was like, "What's up?" And actually wasn't even going by New Wave at the time, but they were like they were in the pit, and it was actually a dude. It wasn't a lady. It was a dude, and he was just like, "New Wave Vader, this is gonna be weird." And he hands me this empty bottle. I wasn't sure what's gonna happen. I thought maybe it was like a not fan who wanted to like, because things got kind of violent sometimes in the day. But yeah. Anyway, he wanted me to pee in a bottle and give it to him, which I mean, I did it. I mean, dude, like, do you if that's what you want? Like, I do rock and roll for the fans and the people, Joy, and like so. Anyway, I'm available to tell that story if they want me to be in the documentary. I'd be honored to do it as long as they're cool with using Galaxy Glam for the soundtrack exclusively. So if you want to make a phone call, make that happen. That'd be cool. I can put my people
Sure.
with your
They
people. All
may
right,
have some
cool.
archival footage as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah, totally. Man, I don't know if there were cameras there. And I mean, this was back in the day. We used like those handheld cameras. They were all big, and then you would try to get it on VHS. Man, dude, kids today have it so easy. Now it's like you can record a song on your phone and then you put it on the internet and then you're just I mean, but hey, it is what it is. This is also shows like this didn't really exist back then. But so
And they
Bernie.
don't now. This is totally original.
Oh, thanks. That's really, I'll let the guys
No, I was talking
know.
about me.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Maybe you are a little savage. That's I feel you though.
I'm modest.
I'm telling you, you got to start that band, man. Galaxy Glam with Savage Joy and the I Don't Give a Fuck EP. And
Well, I've always had a fantasy that if I started a girl band, it would be uh what's it called? The Seam Rippers and the Screaming Seams and the Bodice Rippers.
oh, that's a little long. I mean that like wouldn't fit on a flyer. I think you should go with Savage Joy. I don't give a fuck, but that's just me.
I mean, I already got the shirt. Wait.
Oh yeah, Eat the Rich, man. I remember that used to be a sentiment back in the day, and then Aerosmith ran with it years later. That's a whole different story. So Bernie Sanders wants to give everyone health care, and he's all about punk rock venues. I think I'm sold. I mean, yeah, totally. I mean, none of the other candidates did anything remotely as cool as that, to my knowledge. Is there anything else I'm missing out on?
I mean, he's definitely the strongest to go against Trump. He's beating him by over 10 points, and everyone's either equal to him or below. I'm finding that a lot of people in Iowa are just making horrible wages, and he proposes at least a minimum of $15 an hour, regardless of work. And he's also has a lot of union endorsements and promises to expand union memberships across
Say
the
no more,
country.
Joy. I'm totally a Billy Bragg disciple. I am with you.
Yes.
So, I'm on board. So what can people do in Iowa right now? How can people get involved? Because you've sold me. I think I'm going to vote for Bernie Sanders.
Nice. Well, the first thing would be get educated on the caucus process. As someone from Pennsylvania, I can tell you it was complicated, but also so many people in Iowa don't understand it. And that could be our downfall. So first, just a quick rundown. You have to get 15% to be viable. You walk into a room, doors close 7 o'clock sharp. You are locked in there. You cannot leave. You cannot enter. It's kind of weird. And they count each person physically in the section of your candidate. If you don't have at least 15% of the vote, they will do a second round where the candidate, I know.
This sounds like all of my orgies in 77. You're saying this is a political process?
It is.
Nuts.
Is.
Wow. Okay. That's crazy.
So if you're not viable and you don't reach the 15%, the representative, well, I should say reps, I will be one. It would, I'm called a whip.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
Damn, girl. Get some.
So my job is going to be to go to the candidates who I think to go to their sections and try to convince them to come to us. Like maybe Yang, Tulsi. We're second choice for Steyer as well. So
that's the dude who's like, he's a billionaire and he wears that like Scottish tie thing and he's like, look at all my money. That dude.
But he has the biggest man crush on Bernie.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean,
I got to read up on
adorable.
it. Oh, right on. Well, yeah, I'll have to look into that. But, well, that's cool. So, Iowa, make sure you know, like, the caucus process. You might I mean, if you're anything like me, you might walk into there and think you're going to throw down for an orgy, but it's not. It's like how you vote. So make sure you're like, oh, wait, not an orgy. I'm voting. The orgy's next week. Maybe. I don't know what people in Iowa are into. But anyway, make sure you do that right. Joy is doing the work. She's in Iowa right now. She left Pennsylvania where she was getting laid constantly. And she's like, I'm going to go to Iowa and not get laid. Why? For a revolution. I respect that, Joy. You get that band started and you tell people where they can find you.
Nice. Well, also, we have 7 days till caucus. It is 1 week from today. We need phone bankers. We need texters. We knocked over 100,000 doors in the past 36 hours. We are boots on the ground, hardcore. We have over 1 million volunteers across the country. But the most important thing is getting people out to caucus. We can have 1 million people say, yes, we want Bernie, but until they get their asses in those seats, it doesn't mean anything. Iowa starts off the entire election. If we win Iowa, we'll win New Hampshire, we'll win Vegas. I mean, it will be all the undecideds will say, well, you know what? Bernie won this. He's a safer bet. Let's go with him. It will and make or break us in a lot of ways. So we need your help these last 7 days so much. Also, I do want to say I do not work for or represent the campaign. I am a volunteer.
You're an outsider.
So anything about orgies or anything, that's just our humor.
Dude, I am an outsider. I serve no masters, and I never will. I am New Wave Vader. Well, Joy, thank you for doing that work. Thank you for volunteering your time. So guys, check that out. Make sure you know what's going on in the Iowa caucus. And guys, keep your ears open for Galaxy Glam with opening act Savage Joy. I don't give a fuck. Summoning to a city near you. You know the drill. The black cat like meows a bunch, and then that Ron guy tells people peace. All right, later. See you tomorrow. Later, says Vader.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our